Rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. I can feel it. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Yeah. We just wanna see you.
How you doing? Ni hao. Hello and welcome to a discount content cop. Basically like that series Content Cop, except I put the character of Sensei Nicker as the cop and it's called Content Sensei, so I did change it up. But today we are not actually talking about a YouTuber at all. Today we're going to be talking about a specific person. So even though he's not a YouTuber, we are still going to be discussing his content. The person we will be looking at today on Content Sensei is Gavin, also known as Your Worst Nightmare. That was his Instagram name. He's changed it since then to something a lot cringier actually. But I'm completely fine with that because now I can make fun of how stupid his name was. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, they used to laugh at me, but who the fuck is laughing now? From the
Now I would first like to start off with why am I making this video at all? Because, you know, some of you might be confused like,
oh, why is he making this, in-depth discussion content video about some kid?
well, I'll tell you why. This kid right here is actually quite a badass, I must say. Just wait till I tell you what this man can do. What made me so interested in this guy was one of my friends was affected by him, we'll just say that. I had heard from some other sources that he had attacked one of my friends. Oh, and that friend happens to be a girl. Just so we know what kind of a, badass we're dealing with here. Now, the girl in question did not tell me directly. She actually hasn't spoken to me about this. But I do know from some other sources that this did happen. One of those sources being Gavin himself, because he's too stupid enough not to talk about it, so he posts about it on social media. So yeah, that's where I'm getting my proof from. The criminal himself. Word has it that he went up behind her between classes, I believe. I'm not sure, I don't care, I'm homeschooled. And he slammed her head against concrete. Now, luckily, she was able to catch herself because she did not sustain any horrible injuries, but apparently she still did hit her jaw to the point where it did hurt. My point is, he did assault her. So my point is that Gavin, this badass, assaulted a defenseless girl. Now when I heard this, I wasn't completely sure if it was true, because things like that can be made up all the time. But then he admitted it himself on social media, which was probably the biggest mistake ever because it cemented my decision to make this video. So he posted this on Instagram a couple days after said thing had happened. And I think it's really interesting to go through here. One, because he posted private DMs of him and his friend, and I guarantee didn't ask for permission, but that's just me. Apparently his friend had posted something about it. I do not have that post. I believe it was deleted. So sad.
Can you delete that, please? That's really rude. I don't appreciate it.
Oh shit, Gavin. You know what else is rude? Is attacking someone when they can't even defend themselves. Especially when it's a girl. Now, I'm not saying girls can't defend themselves, but it doesn't make you look like a great person.
It's really disrespectful. We already made up. Just ask for yourself.
Okay, Gavin, here's what you don't understand. If you attack someone and then you go up to them and say, hey, look, I'm sorry I attacked you. Are we cool? Do you really think they're gonna say, no, we're not cool, to the person that just attacked them? No, of course not. Now, I'm not comparing you to a rapist. I don't want you to get that idea. But if a rapist were to go to the rape victim and say, hey, I'm sorry for raping you, are we cool? The victim's probably going to say, yeah, we're cool, so they can move past it, especially if they're the kind of person that, you know, didn't go to higher-ups or authorities to begin with. Then, yeah, she probably is just going to let it go, you know, or appear to let it go. So that argument is, well, it's stupid. And then they start talking about, like, honor and commies and stuff that freshmen don't understand, so I'm just going to ignore that. And so he posts this, spicy ass caption that we're gonna go over here because this is clean.
I will have everyone know that thrash posting about someone's business that had nothing to do with you is out of line. If you don't know the full story or acknowledge it, you certainly shouldn't post about it, putting the victim of the post in a bad light.
Okay. You know, as I'm making this, I'm realizing how stupid he's appearing right now. Okay, simply if we're referring to this person that's DMing him, they are friends with the girl you attacked. It does have to do with them. I don't think her parents were ever aware, but if she did tell her parents, you wouldn't say to her parents,
oh, this has nothing to do with you.
Just because they weren't involved. It absolutely has everything to do with them because they know the person that was affected. Then he says, if you don't know the full story. Now, we'll come back to this in a little bit. He says that quite a bit. He says, if you don't know the full story. Well, what is the full story? You haven't told it. And if the full story had something to do with, I didn't attack her, I'm sure you would. So, I don't know what this whole,
You don't know the full story
really is, because if there was a part of the story that made you look better, you would say it. But you're not, because there is no full story. You attacked a girl. That's it. It doesn't matter why. It wasn't self-defense. I can guarantee it wasn't self-defense. So, if you would like to combat this, what is the full story?
I have acknowledged that what I did was wrong on so many levels, and I had no good reason to do what I did. I have apologized and have, believe it or not, paid a decent fine for my actions.
No, you didn't. First of all, you did not apologize publicly. So if you apologize to the girl, we already talked about how that's bullshit. And she probably just said it was okay because, well, you attacked her. And two, you have not paid a decent fine for your actions. What does that mean? Your mommy took away your phone for like a day or two? You have not paid a decent fine for your actions, okay? If you were to pay a decent, I don't know what decent means, but if you were to pay a fine for your actions, your ass could be in juvie right now. If you were to pay decent, what the hell is this kid say? Hold on. A decent fine for my actions. Like I said, you could get in a lot more trouble. You're lucky this girl didn't go to like higher ups or teachers or worse, the authorities, because she could have easily. Especially because you admit to doing it right here. While you don't outright say, yes, I hit this girl, I am sorry, you post a screenshot of your friend saying you also hit a girl. And then later on in the caption, you admit that what your friend said in those messages was in fact true. So you did admit to hitting a girl. And again, you could get in huge trouble for this. You got extremely lucky. Okay, so you did not pay a decent fine for your actions. Don't say that, because I'm sure what you think is a decent fine for your actions is probably nothing.
If anyone else would like to state an opinion on what happened, I happily oblige you to do so. I would love more opinions on ways I can better myself.
Well, lucky for you, that's exactly what I'm doing, so I hope this makes you happy, Gavin.
Just please make sure you know and understand the full story first.
Again, what's the full story? You keep mentioning the full story, but you're not telling anyone. So how are we supposed to give our opinion on you if you're not telling the full story? Oh, that's because I know the full story. And you're in the wrong. So the next post I'm going to be discussing was posted not too long ago, and it truly cemented why I was going to make this video. He posts in this very, very threatening post here. Let's have a look. There's a reason I do the things I do. There's a reason I am who I am. So there's a reason you assault defenseless girls and, you know, act like there's nothing wrong with it. There is no excuse for what you did. You can own up to it and apologize for it, which you really haven't done either of those, at least publicly for sure. Most guys that hit girls usually have some self-confidence problem, you know, where it's like, oh, I don't think I'm manly enough, but ooh, that makes me manly enough, you know, that sort of idea. So maybe that's the reason you do the things that you do, but that doesn't make it okay. That still makes you kind of an arrogant asshole. But let's get on to the caption. This is, whoo!
This is a message to any idiot still pissed off about something that happened 2 fucking weeks ago.
Guys, it was 2 weeks ago. We'll let it go. Can you believe people are still mad about 9/11? It was 16 years ago. Let it go. And I'm not comparing what you did to 9/11. I'm just saying, just because something was a while ago doesn't make it, you know, less bad or something like that.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck with me. Oh no. Is this considered fucking with him? What's gonna happen? That's a pretty bold statement, but like I said, we're dealing with a total badass here, so, you know, we should be scared. We should be just, terrified.
Shitty Instagram posts about me because you can't say something yourself.
Well, I didn't post anything on Instagram about you. I'm making a video about you. This is me saying something myself, so do I not fall in that category?
But you mess with my loved ones, the people I care about most. A lot more than you.
Now, I don't know who's done this to you, and okay, I admit that's fucked up. You know, I'm not going after anyone that's close to you because they have nothing to do with it. This is all about you. I'm focusing on you and I'm criticizing you, so I'm not going after your loved ones. I have no reason to.
Then so help me God, I will fuck your world up.
Seems like you're very defensive when it comes to, you know, being criticized. So, Gavin, please do spare me your mercy of fucking my world up. See, if you're gonna go hard like this and like be like,
oh, don't fuck with me or I'll fuck you up.
You have to not be a bitch. Just the fact that you attacked a girl kind of already solidifies you as a bitch. So everything you say here, it's kind of moot to me. Now that we have a thesis, a basis, a consensus, all the sisses, I'm not making this to ruin your life. If I wanted to do that, I would send this all throughout Lafayette High School. I know plenty of people there, but I'm not a monster. I'm not going to do that. Everything I'm showing is his own public posts. I'm not showing any private DMs. The video itself is going to be private, so this won't be a public video for people to watch. This is between me and Gavin, and possibly like 3 other people that helped out in this video. That's it. One of those people I'm not going to name, we'll just call her Stories from Spotify. Oh, that's trash. It's kind of funny though.
They say we all float in the dark place where we all go, walls close.
So he often posts on his Instagram very depressing posts where he just posts like a really pixelated picture of some caption or just a black picture, and he writes a caption about how his feelings, how he feels right now. And I'm not one to make fun of depression. Depression is a very real thing, but he's very bipolar, and usually anyone with real depression doesn't post about it on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat, you know, whatever. You usually don't post about it. You're basically looking for attention, especially when you don't eventually delete the post and you leave them up. Like, he does it and then he treats it like, oh, I'm sorry guys, I was just in a mood. It was a spur of the moment thing. Well, if it was a spur of the moment thing, most normal people delete those posts. You have left them up for almost a month now. I am a disgusting human being. Everything everyone has said about me is true. I'm a fag, an idiot, a loser, an outcast, a jerk, a freak, a cunt. I'm everything that's wrong with the world. I should just kill myself. This is pretty, like, rough, right? I mean, he called himself a fag, a cunt. He said, I'm everything that's wrong with this world. I should just kill myself. No, you shouldn't kill yourself. Don't fucking kill yourself. That's stupid. See, I don't hate you.
I don't want you to kill yourself, buddy.
Now, not only is he fishing for compliments here for somebody to say, you're not a fag, you're not an idiot, you're not a loser, you're not an outcast. We know you're fishing for compliments, and especially because if you look down, there are comments from his friends but you're great, I love you, this made me cry, Gavin, please. He's fishing for compliments. That shows how little self-confidence he actually has. But let's move on to the next post that just makes this amazing. I just want to tell everyone I'm so sorry. I love you all so much. I've been going through some rough times emotionally. I just want everyone to know I love you. I am so happy to have such loving friends. What's the point in living if no one loves you? If no one loves me? He does this on purpose. And that's what leads me to believe that this depression, these rough times he's talking about, is bullshit. And I hate thinking that because there are plenty of people that go through real depression and it's awful. Now, this is not the only time he has done this. He has done this on at least 2 other separate occasions that I have gathered.
I pissed my mom off again.
Oh my God. Listen, you're gonna piss your mom off a lot in your lifetime, especially now that you're in high school. It's gonna get worse. But there's this tiny little thing called apologizing and forgiving. And if you start doing that, it's gonna make your life a lot easier and you won't have to whine about it on social media.
Even my fucking boyfriend would rather hang out with my friends than with me.
Oh my God, your boyfriend isn't spending all of his time with you and not revolving his world around you? Again, you don't need to whine about it on social media. And what pisses me off is his boyfriend is on social media. He can see this. So if you have a problem with your boyfriend, can you please just like talk to him like over text messages or something? So we don't have to see it because we don't care.
I just take them where they want and they hang out with other people.
You don't take anyone anywhere. You do not have a license. Shut up. Would anyone even notice if I died? Because I sure wouldn't. Well, because you'd be dead. He also uses quite a bit of profanity for his age. Like, you know, I try to not use that much profanity, but I'm just reading off what he's saying, and it's pretty dark. This hurts. It's hurting my Christian soul. And he posted another one, which is it's a little shorter, but we're gonna go over it either way. Why am I here? No one likes me. I'm annoying. I don't fit in. I'm stupid. What's my point? While all of those things are true, the only one that isn't is nobody likes me. You literally said you have a boyfriend. I would assume he likes you to some degree. So Gavin, if you don't actually have depression, stop these posts because this hurts the people that have real depression. Okay, this is a real thing I'm talking about here.
With my jaw so I'm a lost soul. Seal me up and throw me under, drown under.
Gavin is gay, and he wants you to know it. Not only does he call himself a fag in his depression post, he mentions his boyfriend quite a bit. And again, there's nothing wrong with being gay. And I sound like a YouTuber in 2010. You know, this is a
Common thing, there's nothing wrong with being gay.
I know plenty of gay people. They are all adequate people. You call yourself a fag and then you post something like this. Repost if you're G, lesbian, bisexual, and I don't know what it says because this dumbass doesn't know how to crop photos. Basically, it's a post, it's rainbow, it's listing all these things beyond gay. And, you know,
Fuck yeah, man.
so you want to let people know that you're gay, but you also want to complain about the fact, oh, I'm a fag. Gay people are usually one of 2 things. They're proud to be gay, this is the one they should be, or they're ashamed of it and they call themselves fags. You cannot be both, especially in the span of 2 days. And that usually means one of them's fake, and I doubt you're faking being proud. Some people might, but they don't usually post both of those viewpoints on social media.
Through my veins drip off my fingertips, rip the stitches off my lips so I can breathe.
Gavin is very entitled. You know, we've talked about how he thinks he's, you know,
Served justice.
for what he's done. You know, he thinks he's done the good shit, and he hasn't. But he's also very entitled with smaller things. Posts his old-ass phone and says,
Hey guys, guess what? I'm pissed off at my parents. And do you want to know why? Because my piece of shit phone, which they tell me I'm selfish for wanting a new one because this one is so expensive. It's fucking $14.
okay. You know, I would understand your frustration if you had a phone that like didn't have access to social media. But you obviously have access to social media. You're posting about it, right? And even if it's not with your so-called piece of shit phone, you have an Amazon Fire Pad, or whatever the hell it's called. That's more than most kids have. I never even had that. Again, you act very entitled here, like,
oh, I just deserve this new phone. It's only $14.
okay, dumbass, buy it yourself. If it's so inexpensive, why do your parents have to buy it for you? You can't, you know, scum up $14 out of nowhere. Why don't you go get a job or something? Or are you gonna, you know, attack the first person that pisses you off a little bit?
Again and fill my lungs with cold air. Hits my tongue a cold stare with a grin.
You know, I think we've discussed what kind of person that we're dealing with here. I mean, we're dealing with somebody that says XD unironically, so again, total badass, right? We've gone over the fact that he's entitled, he's gay, and he's obnoxious about it. We've also gone over the fact that he has pretty much no self-confidence, and he fishes for compliments. Oh, he has a scrawny-ass voice, too. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
And then there's this.
What is that?
This looks so good.
What
It's chocolate.
the fuck
I love
is that?
chocolate.
And I did that because I wanted to give you some context before we continue and wrap up our discussion about Gavin. He was live streaming on Instagram, basically talking about how him and the said girl are cool. They're cool. They're great. And it's pretty much one of the most unconvincing things I've ever seen. So it's just let's roll that clip.
She's one of my friends. Huh? No, we're cool now. Right? Right? We're cool now, right? We're cool now, right? Yeah, we're cool. Yeah, we're cool, totally.
Yeah, that was convincing. Yeah, that right there, that is the voice of a man, excuse me, the voice of a boy that knows he's in the wrong, that knows he's guilty. I mean, literally look at him making a joke about it, getting the camera a little too close.
We're cool now, right? We're cool now, right? Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah, we're cool, yeah, right? Yeah, we're cool, right? Like, yeah. It's very obvious that you're not cool, because again, you only apologize because you got caught and you got criticized for it.
They used to laugh at me, but who the fuck is laughing now? From the trenches, I return to...
Gavin, we demand a public apology. Whether it be on Instagram, just make it public. Because what you did was assault. You weren't defending yourself. Now, the full story could be you were defending yourself, but let me tell you something, spoiler, it's not. Because if that were true, if you were defending yourself, you would say that, and you haven't. If you don't publicly apologize, it shows that you know you're wrong and what you did was stupid. I have criticized you, I have told you why I think what you did was wrong, and you did not suffer the actual consequences that most people would, and I have gone over you as a person, you know, to, like you said, better improve yourself. You asked for this. You asked for people to give their opinion. That's what I'm doing. Again, this video is not slander. I am not making this video to ruin your life. I have not attacked any of your loved ones. I've never even really contacted them in any way. I have not shown any private DMs. All the posts I had shown are public or were live streamed publicly. And I have also privated this video. So this video will not be public. It will not be sent out all through Lafayette High School. This is just my criticisms, and I want you to take them into consideration. And I demand a public apology. I think that would satisfy me, because you said you have apologized. You said the two of you and said girl are cool. I want you to publicly apologize for it, because even though it's been like
3 fucking weeks,
it's still a big problem. Most people that have a sister, and if they were to put their sister in this position where they were attacked by some pink boy, they would probably be mad too. So I think that this could resonate with a lot of people. That is going to wrap up today's Content Sensei video. I hope the couple of you have enjoyed. Gavin probably didn't enjoy this. Maybe he did, I don't know. I'm sure as hell giving him a lot of attention. Yeah, but Gavin, you know, after you publicly apologize, you know, you go back to doing you know, watch Rick and Morty. Go back to the Love is Love group at Lafayette. I'm sure you're a part of that group. I mean, who wouldn't? I don't know, but I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see where this goes. Yeah, alright. Back to focusing on my academics. The sensei is always watching. Oh no.